Once again, we are back on Edmund Soch ki Talk Train of Thought with a series of episodes from the experts. We had started this episodes with Dr. Kaustubh Sontakke and Dr. Aditya Sontakke. First time on this Talk platform, we have got two brothers, Dr. Kaustubh Sontakke and Dr. Aditya Sontakke. Welcome to this Talk Edmund Soch ki. And now, in fact, घर में जैसा व्यवहार रहता है, father was more into finance, and where Dr. Kaustubh was nurtured, and likewise Dr. Aditya Sontakke was nurtured. As a Dr. Kaustubh Sontakke is concerned, 20 years of his experience into finance and compiled around about 10 books, and Dr. Aditya Sontakke at the age of 26 he could crack into NCA, and at the age of 36 as an CMA. And now both on this platform, where during the tough time during pandemic, and where I think there were a lot of challenges which were there, but whatever the practices they have been doing for all these years, they have put it in form of a book form, which I think will unfold and reveal lot many insights into the financial aspects. Together they have written around about 6 books. Sir, congratulations for putting 6 books in place for a target audience.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So, how it was possible compiling 6 books, during a tough time, what thought went in the book
Okay, so just to add on this, as you rightly said, we both into the academics and teaching for years now. We were teaching these subjects. While teaching these subjects, we were developing the contents on these subjects by improving on continuous basis. And we found that we have reached the stage where the contents with us are of real quality. And we started working on writing book project. Definitely along with a full-time job. It was not easy, but during pandemic time since 2020, our respective employers that time, definitely they also, as everybody got, they also gave work from home, and that gave us little more flexibility and time, so we could focus on these projects of writing books, and we utilized that time quite productively and came out with the projects that are in hand with us.
Great. Many a times during the tough time we get confused what to do, looking at the challenges ahead of us, but how to make a best utilization of this time. Both this brother, Dr. Kaustubh Sontakke and Dr. Aditya Sontakke, came with a beautiful concept of compiling 6 books for the benefit of a target audience. Dr. Aditya, it was a great following to the footstep of your brother, Dr. Kaustubh Sontakke. Now, in fact, can you please enlighten in terms of the application of financial management in the industry?
Financial, it's like a backbone of each and every business. We come across people who are technical, so we get surprised by their innovations. But when we meet these guys, they tell us that we are nothing if there is no financial stability. If the finances are not well managed, then whatever we do goes in vain. So if you want to run a business successfully, then it has to be managed, financially managed clearly. So as we know, a lot of big names are now going down because they could not manage their finances well. So that is how the financial management is very important in a business.
And what are the biggest challenges of facing in finance today?
So as a finance expert, when I deal with the students, I keep on telling them that this is a core area, financial management, often called as corporate finance also, which has a tremendous application in practical field. So learning that, so when it comes to finance, if we say practically, 3 areas in financial management, that is investment decision, financing decision, and dividend decision, are core areas. So I always tell students also how it is practically applicable, that investment decision, if I'm doing a business, how much money I need to invest, how do I need to invest it, Where do I need to invest it?
What are the biggest challenge facing finance today?
The biggest challenge is a lot of people are doing a business, studying finance, but ultimately they end up going down because how to manage the finance. Like especially I was hearing to some valuation expert. So he mentioned that how much debt and how much equity that one should have in a company. Now a lot of people, finance experts, feel that their return on equity goes up. But they do not understand if their return on investment is low compared to the cost of debt, then we should not go ahead with the debt in our capital structure. They keep on increasing the debt.
I see.
And they end up facing the insolvency proceedings nowadays, because that is the biggest challenge. If it is a situation where the return on investment is low compared to the cost of debt, they end up paying interest and principal out of their reserves.
I see.
So point comes where the reserves completely goes out of their books and their net worth become negative.
I see.
So it is very crucial to understand how much debt we should have in our books, so that ultimately the equity shareholders will get benefit.
Good. Great. Now if we'll see in the present economic scenario, like is overloaded debt proving to be a disaster?
Yes, very true. We are coming across every day one company is going down for insolvency proceedings, because if we see a root cause, then the root cause is a debt. Like we know very big names. I do not want to take the names here, but a very big companies are going down, going for a bankruptcy process because their debt was very high and they could not meet the timeline. They could not pay their debts on time, and that is why nowadays if you fail to pay someone, a creditor can go out to the insolvency board and ask for the insolvency proceedings.
Okay.
So that is the biggest challenge.
So now you are saying, are the financial values of a company exaggerated by values and the investor bankers all over the world?
Yes, very true. I'll tell there are two type of basically equity researchers, like buy side equity researchers and sell side equity researchers. So if we talk about a sell side equity researchers, they ideally the sell side equity researchers study 15 to 20 companies throughout their lives, and their job is to just value and give the suggestions to the companies. So if one particular equity researcher is giving a sale recommendation for a particular company, then that company person, that valuation expert knows that my relationship with that company is going to go down. So a lot of equity researchers are valuing the companies at or above the price in the market, so that the relationship with the companies is sustained.
Good.
So there is a huge bias as far as the valuation is concerned.
I see.
In companies, because ideally the price and the value, these two terms are very different. Generally people are getting misunderstood with these two concepts, because they're considering value as a price. Price is determined by the demand and supply, and value is we specifically find out by using various methods of valuation.
Good. Great. I think Dr. Kaustubh Sontakke and Dr. Aditya, no doubt your synergy in understanding about the finances, I think is pretty strong, and there's a great insights on financial management aspects. And I'm sure the books which you have written, we are going to, I think the link which will be given, you can just go to that particular work, buy, and I'm sure a lot of concepts will be clear. Do catch up with Dr. Kaustubh Sontakke and Dr. Aditya Sontakke in our next episode of ttalk Boond Soch to get the concept of finance more clear. So thanks a lot for your presence on this show.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank
your
you so
valuable
much.
insights on the financial management. Thank you very much.